Well, hello, girls. It's that time of the week again, Tuesday, the 12th of April. I just don't know where the time is going. It's absolutely flying. We're heading into another long weekend, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday. Bank holidays is the biggest thing that catches members out, that you'll say to me at the scale. So it's really important to be planned, to be organised, not to throw all hell to the wind this week and say, oh, whatever happens, happens. Because I'm going to ask a personal question. Is it okay that next week when you step on the scales, whatever happens, happens? And as I said in the classes this week, history, when I look back on research of those bank holiday weekends, the 4-day ones, the Good Friday, the Easter one, you're talking the majority is £5 to £7 up. We heard a resounding no in both classes this week that it's not okay to put on that much weight. It's maybe after taking us 8 weeks, maybe the past 2 months to lose, to undo our hard work over that time. So really keep the straight and narrow, get the blinkers on, like the horses in the races, get the blinkers on, not to be sidetracked by different things, but you really need to go into this weekend with a plan, more so than any other weekend. Okay, I want to welcome the new girls. It's great to have you on board, Lorraine, Paula and Emily. It's great to have you in the group. Just the weight loss, better late than never. The weight loss for the month of March, £152, well done, which is 10 stone, 8.5 pound and 302 inches lost in a month. Absolutely fantastic work, girls. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the mojo on. Let's, as I said, keep the focus. Don't get blindsided by what this weekend has to offer. You might say, I've nothing on. You know yourself, that can change by a text message, a knock on the door, anything like that. Hopefully the weather picks up as well. It is a dreary Tuesday out there, but not to let that dampen our spirits. For me, that type of weather is what I would call eating weather, because it is quite dark, so I have all the lights on in the house to get out and about, and it will pass, and we live in Ireland, so you reckon that I should be used to it. But we are doing fantastic. As I said, I would really encourage everyone to please keep your diaries this week. Really important, right as you go. I'm not Judge Judy, I'm not looking at the bar of chocolate or the Easter egg or the few drinks. I'm looking at the whole grand scheme of things, making sure we're eating enough carbs, we're eating regularly. That's all really important, and crucial is your 2 litres of water, especially if we're having a couple of drinkies this weekend. I do want you to enjoy yourself, but I don't want you to undo your hard work, okay? Remember, all alcohol is a carb, so if we're having a few drinks this weekend, watch your carbs that day. Also, really, before we go to bed, hot water and lemon, a detox is delivered within 45 minutes, so stops us waking up with those hangover effects and craving carbs, the bread rolls, the fry-ups and different things like that. Plus, the next morning when you get up, hot water and lemon is really, really key. Next week, obviously, with Monday being the bank holiday, Monday evening class is moved to Tuesday evening. Same venue in the rec, same room and same time, but I will send a reminder in the group. So let's get into what we're talking about this week, is how to stay on track over this bank holiday weekend, okay? Over Easter. So up first, what we have is to start the day right. Absolutely key. Not like the member that I talked about in class from last year, who texted me to say very boldly that she was having our Easter egg for breakfast last year. She did come round and she said it was the wrong decision that she made, that she felt really sick, she had a sugar belly, but we get a little bit rebellious, especially we've been in lockdown. We think we've things to make up for, or we think that, oh, everyone else is out for Easter and I have to go out and I have to do this and I have to do the other. Easter and Halloween has gone huge in this country. We used to say it's big in America, it's big here now, not just Easter eggs but Easter presents is big. So not to get caught up in that whirlwind that is there, okay? Let's stay grounded and let's stay level-headed. But start your day right. So breakfast like a king is the most important meal of the day. If you start your day right, you're unlikely to sabotage yourself. But if you start wrong, you kind of write the day off and say, sure, I'll start again tomorrow, and tomorrow comes and we don't get back on track. So I don't want us writing off time. If you fall off track at 1 o'clock on Saturday, by 2 o'clock, I want you back in the game and back in that zone. So make sure that we have a high protein breakfast, make sure we're feeling full, and to stop blood sugar from spiking, okay? Number 2 then is stock the fridge with healthy snacks for you. That's important. I did see it in the class, it was like, oh, that's a great idea. And it is a good idea, but you have to go out and you have to buy the stuff and have it in the fridge and have it in the presses for you to be successful over this weekend. Your meringues, your sugar-free jelly, your crackers and cheese, your popcorn, the crisps, the right stuff for you to be successful this week and not to sabotage or damage yourself on the scales for next week. Have the right stuff in to be successful. Number 3 then is don't deprive yourself, but set a limit. You know, nowadays it's very much a social status. What type of egg did you get? What size of the egg? Because that seemingly determines how much that we're loved. Which is not the case, okay? We can be loved in other ways and not with food. Like these big Lindt eggs, the Frere Rocher eggs, the size of the egg, so portion size does matter. And I am going to post that picture into the group again about the different size of eggs. Portion size is key with eggs, but with the egg comes the bars, maybe comes the sweets, what's actually in the egg. And you know yourself, once you start with an egg, you open the tin, finally say, I'm just going to have a little bit. And then we're like mice going back. We keep opening tin foil and cracking off another little bit. And then if a bit falls, we say, sure, just have that and leave it nice and neat. And then we're back, and then we come back and the tin foil is empty. Then we start tackling the eggs and different things. So I really want you to have a limit and say, right, that's what I'm having. And that's going to be it. And have your mindset, well, that's it. Maybe brush your teeth after these simple tricks. Make sure you drink water to get rid of the taste of chocolate, because you know yourself, it is a very addictive substance. But I really want us not to deprive ourselves, to enjoy. Maybe we've decided we're not going to have an Easter egg, we're going to have something else instead. Because once we start getting the taste of chocolate, it's a bit like myself, and being honest, if a box of, say, Roses or Quality Street strawberry or orange chocolates, I'd say no thanks. But when that's all that's left, I will eat them. And that's the God's honest truth. So you know yourself best, and not to sabotage yourself. That's really key, not to sabotage yourself, because we can't blame anybody else. We can say they bought this in or they bought that in, but they didn't make us eat it. They didn't force it into our mouth. It was by our own will if we do that. And we are the ones that will wear it. And we are the ones that will suffer the consequences when it shows on the scales, okay? Our next one then is plan a bit of exercise. That's really key. For me, I don't have much planned at all this week. I will have, normally on Saturday morning, we go out for coffee as a family, and we'll have a dinner, standard dinner. I will make the meringue nester free dessert for everyone. But my plan for this week is more exercise, more walking. Is really what my key is. Down to Wooden Bridge, down to St. Anne's, out to Portmarnock, out to Malahide, out to Holt. It's rain, as I said, in Ireland, we should be used to it. I can put a rain cover on the pram, put a hat and scarf on myself, and away we go. I'm not going to melt or anything like that. Excuse me. So dark chocolate is best. So the higher the cocoa content, the better it is. Plus, dark chocolate has a lot of antioxidants. Excuse me. An antioxidant is a great preventer against cancer and different things. So it's not in milk chocolate, or let's say white chocolate. So the higher the cocoa content, I know Tesco do a bar, I think it's about 98 or 99%, so it is kind of the highest on the market of cocoa content. Personally, for me, I can't have dark chocolate because I suffer terrible migraines, but I'm not saying to you a full Easter egg of dark chocolate or a full bar of dark chocolate is fine. What I'm saying to you, a little bit of what you like is absolutely fine. The key to this is everything in moderation. So a couple of tips: if you're visiting, bring a healthy dish that's going to suit you. So I know a couple of us might be having a barbecue over this weekend, hopefully that we get the weather. Barbecues don't have to be dangerous because they are only outdoor cooking. So if I'm going to a barbecue, usually I bring the Slimbos so I can have that with the meat, so it's lower than the hot dog buns or different things. I bring the corn on the cob, my baked potato, I make up a salad. And everyone is usually happy with that, because as Irish people, we don't go anywhere with our hands down by our sides. So bring something to the table that is going to work for you, and everyone else is glad of that. And you don't have to say you're on a program. This is just what you bought when you're visiting, or if you're having people over, whatever the case may be. And obviously, if you're having people over, you'll be putting on the spread, and hopefully you'll have more selection for yourself. So I want you to, the next point is to share your sweet treats. So you become the food pusher. Neighbours, kids, homeless shelters, the women's refuge, places are crying out for Easter eggs. So to share, and then you feel better. There's more happiness in giving than what there is in receiving. So to share it out, like I was talking to one lady, and the grandchild is 27 Easter eggs, which is a lot. It's a lot. And like that, we see Easter eggs and different things, and it's 3 for €3 or whatever that price is, and it seems a special offer. And maybe money wise it's special offer, but it's no special offer for us when we're going to be stepping on the scales and wearing them, or we're picking at it with the kids. So what child is going to go through 27 eggs? So again, to share your sweet treats, you become the food pusher. So you offload rather than have people push food, and you say, oh, should go on, have that, you have to live, you're always on a program. You stand strong and don't let anyone push food on you. You start offloading it back out. Eat like a bunny. So a little funny one this week. So eat nice and slow and eat little and often. Not to have a breakfast and say, right, I'm going to skip lunch because I'm going to have a dinner, me dessert and me egg tonight. Still eat little and often. Obviously eat the right stuff, so otherwise your blood sugars will be spiking, and then you will tend to overeat later on in the day when we skip meals. Organise an egg hunt, and that's a little bit of a fun idea if you want to do. Again, that's incorporating a little bit of exercise in. Treat yourself with something new, but not food. Okay, so that's really key. It could be a new false tan, it could be a pair of earrings, it could be a new nail varnish, it could be a new hairstyle, it could be a new top, whatever it is, not with food, because usually on our weight loss journey, we tend to wait till we lose a little bit of weight, and we don't want to buy ourselves something new. You are a VIP. You have to look after yourself and not to love yourself with food. For me this week, I hope you get a laugh out of it. I know some of you got a laugh out in the class. I got 2 new hairbrushes for myself, that say they do different things, a detangler and a smoothing brush. I got them in pennies. They were €12. And I came out to Sam and said, €12 for 2 brushes and pennies. And he said, but you go in and spend that willy-nilly. Like I spent €12 on getting Sam a pair of slippers. I bought Riyadh stuff. But when it tends to come to ourselves, we can kind of skimp and scrape. So I want you to treat yourself to something new this week and something for you. That's really, really important. Make this worthwhile. Enjoy your weight loss journey is really, really key. And find yourself again, because sometimes the things that we like, it could be a certain lipstick or whatever, we kind of let that slide. So I want you to get back on your A game this week, girls, okay? So your little motto for this week is that Easter is coming, but don't forget the bunny brings eggs and not pounds. Definitely not pounds this week, girls. So the bunny brings eggs. So it's a little funny motto, but there's very simple tricks. And as we said at class, these are all things that we know. But again, it's putting them into practice, and practice makes perfect. So I want us to have a lovely week. I will be in touch with everyone with the food diaries. I will be in touch personally as well. Another big warm welcome to the new girls. It's really great to have you on board, especially before a bank holiday weekend. That shows to me how serious you are about your weight loss journey. Girls, you know the drill. Any positive or negative feedback, please get in touch. Make sure that we're trying the recipes as well. Have a great week. Have a successful week on the A game, and stay focused, okay? Big hugs and kisses to all, and please be safe. I'm just on holidays as well. Enjoy. And anyone that couldn't be with us, get well soon and stay safe, okay? See you all really soon. Bye bye. Mwah.